everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon, and me, Banshee. And it's me, Banshee, with my Material Matters segment.
And me, Bly.
And Bly, I knew he was ready to shout something, and I had to get that in quick. So, your weekly keys to success in business, education, and finance. So, welcome to the show. Happy October, everyone. It's really, truly, officially now Halloween season. Woohoo! I got my ghost earrings. Ready to go. Well, and we're ready to go with the Oracle for the Collective, which will be from Chris Ann's Sacred Creators Oracle. And let's shuffle. Mr. O, remind me to tell you what I'm going to try to do Thursday along with my chair yoga. Something came up. Just an aside to my producer. All right. Oh, number 35. It's the good kind, as opposed to the bad kind, I guess. Number 35. Let's take a look at that. That's kind of a new one for here. I don't think this one has come up before at our happy hour show. Okay. So, sweet spirit, why are you working so hard? Really, what do you hope to gain in your current situation? Money, security, notoriety, love, acceptance, worthiness, growth? What are you working to find? Alongside whatever word your subconscious mind served up for you, add these two words, goodness and kindness. Allow these good, old-fashioned vibrations to cut through the fog of your worries and let them lead you as you do the work. We get a massive energetic upgrade when we witness and partake in simple, virtuous gestures, and we undervalue them all the time. Allow them to be an important part of the solution. Goodness asks you to seek simple joys, to unplug, and to do something because it's the right thing to do, and not because of what you will gain. Kindness asks you to help someone out just because. To look at potential instead of just flaws, to listen with an open heart, to witness without judgment. Modern society can often paint these virtues as naive, superficial, light in love, or even insincere. But whoa, my goodness, genuine goodwill and selflessness always open the most rewarding doors. Try some good and kind on for size, because they may be way more fresh and alive than you remember. And they are always, always the good kind of undertaking. How can you lift yourself by lifting others? It's time to do the work, the good work. What does this mean to you? How can you shift focus from the metrics, the tech, the marketing, the drama, and the complex, and find simple options that is rooted in kindness and goodness? You know, and if more people took that approach to things, like even social media, we sit there and we think about what's going to get us the most likes, what's going to get the most followers, how can I stand out? You know, what about doing good deeds to make you stand out? You know, instead of, say, chopping down a historic and much beloved tree in England for attention, how about doing it for, doing something for the good, doing something that helps people, that not only, it has its own rewards. I mean, it may not put you in front of spotlights, it could, but it will definitely bring you rewards. And, sometimes work doesn't have to be hard. Work has to be generous. Work has to be kind. And be kind to yourself, too, and do something good for a change. Not just, to keep up with the rat race, but to help others. Like that card. Had to go on a little bit there. All right. That's what I have for the collective this week. Well, astrologically, not too much going on. This reading that we're doing today is for the week of October 1st through October 7th. The moon will be traveling from Taurus on the 1st to Cancer, transiting into Leo on October 7th. Mercury is entering Libra on October 4th. And Sukkot ends for our Jewish followers on October 6th. So that's what I have for the astrology. Not a lot, not a lot. The fun comes later when Halloween draws near. All right, so let's get on with readings for everybody. Starting with our air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Well, I hope everybody has a better week, and I hope your week was not as bad as my cards kind of leaned last week. There were some challenges. Let's see if this will be a better one for all of us. Hey, the writer's strike is officially over. You know, the UAW is getting deeper in, though, and of course, we got a government shutdown going on, so I know this is going to affect the markets. It's going to affect a variety of things. So stay tuned. So some of that is what is on our more collective agenda. At least in the U.S. Okay, hey, air signs, your focus for the week ahead is Justice, upright. Well, that's a good start. Nice airy card in a way too. Sword card, justice, equality, balance, equanimity. You know, it's possible here, hey, maybe this is saying, you know, some strikes might get settled, some lawsuits, some legal judgments might come in your favor. So there's some balance here. There could be... I'm hoping the shutdown will be very temporary. Maybe that's a sign, too, of some politicking. But whatever the case may be, on your personal level, this indicates that strive for equality. Treat people fairly. Treat people objectively, you know, and you should expect the same from others as well. And so this week is focusing on, you know, that sense of balance and harmony. Woo! How best can you prepare for that focus? Hey! You got the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is upright. Well, you know, the best way you can focus on this is like if things have been inequitable, maybe this is like a turning of the wheel for you, a change of cycle. Maybe you're trying to find that balance, that harmony also with your coworkers, your peers, you know, in the business world, in whatever you're involved in. And the wheel here is heralding, you know, think about this as a new phase, a fresh start, a lucky start, you know, that the timing is right, you know, to set everything in a, you know, put everything in a balanced way, position. What about forward or backward move? Oh, I'm sorry. What about others this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? I think there's money. There's money and good news from others this week. Look, that's the Ace of Pentacles. So I think, you know, if you're trying to get buy-in to some project goals or ideas, it's definitely there. If you're asking for more money, a promotion, your proposal to get some funding for something, I think it could be there. This could be the you know, the thing that you are looking for to start a new cycle. I think it's good news related to financial concerns, so investments too, which is surprising since I think the stock market's going to be a little wobbly this week, but maybe, you know, your investors are helping you play your cards right and things are going to turn out for you. Ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all? Look at this major arcana palooza here. You got the High Priestess at the end. Wow. So 3 upright, they're all upright too, you know. So I say you've got a pretty good lead to win the week this week, air signs. You know, the high priestess upright just indicates that you just feel it. You know, you feel like everything now is going your way, is going on track. You know, you can trust your intuition and your judgment moving forward. It just seems like everything is a go. You know, materially, mentally, financial, spiritually or psychically, looks really, really positive. So let's go back and look at this real quick. You know, with justice here, it's a matter of getting things in balance, making things equitable, getting what you deserve, you know. So if there's legal matters or other things pressing, it just seems like things are going to turn out favorably for you. And you, on the other hand, too, should make sure that you're treating others with the same amount of respect and dignity and fairness that you expect from others. And it just seems like this is a fresh new start for you. You know, you're preparing for this focus because and trying to make sure everything is right and just, because you realize this is going to kick off a whole new phase for you, and it's going to be positive. The timing is right. Everything is falling into place, as evidenced by the pentacles here in, the support from others. You get the financial backing you need. You get money if you were asking for promotion or raise. Investments pay off. Everything like smooth. And you know that this is going to be working for you. You can, tune in deeply now to what your intuition is telling you about, what can further this progress in the weeks ahead. Okay, wow. I have to say, that was a pleasure reading that for you, air signs. All right, fire signs. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Oh boy, let's hope we have a good week. I sure could use one. Let's see what's in the cards for you. All right. Okay, hey, your focus for the week ahead. You know, I so like this when we get this card, but upright, not reversed. It's the Fool. The Fool reversed. All right, well, lay low this week, fire signs. It may not be a calamity so long as you don't take any unnecessary risks or gambles. And don't let anybody, investors, etc., try to talk you into anything. I mean, come on, let's face it. What did I just say? The markets are a mess right now, so don't take risks, do any risky investing at this time. Maybe they're not a mess, but they could be. Like I said, it depends what this government shutdown does, and, the strikes with the auto. Everything is weighing heavily. These kind of things weigh heavily on our investments. So be wary and be careful of the moves you make. Make sure everything is well thought out and carefully calculated, the risks involved. How best can you prepare for that focus? Now we're getting reverse-a-palooza. So we have the Emperor reversed, and so this is saying, okay, well, obviously, you shouldn't be taking any risks if you're not ready to take them, that you've maybe allowed things to get under control. You've been mismanaging your finances or the bottom line a little bit here. And, you may not be in a good position, and that is why you can't take the risks. Look at the position you are in. How organized are you? Do you have a plan? What is the backup plan should things go wrong? The Emperor here needs to get things back into control. So it seems like they're not. All right, what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? Well, I think last week we talked about, pretty sure it was last week, we talked about our connections and communications with others. And so here you have the Three of Swords reversed, which I think is a positive for you fire signs. Like if there are any conflicts or any difficulties in dealing with people and getting what you wanted, it seems like there's some healing now, some mending, some, recovery of some sort. So I think that, if there's bruised egos or people feel wounded or offended by something you've said or done, or vice versa, it's all going to kind of be sorted out and it'll start to improve now. Wow. So will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all? And guess what? Even though, wow, a couple are reversed, this is Major Arcana Palooza again. You got the Death card. The Death card is upright. Major changes happening, and it should be good. It may say that by week's end, you're realizing that changes have to occur, changes have to take place, and you're all in on that. Maybe because of some of the risks and things, we'll go over this again, you're realizing that, I have to put this Emperor, I have to put myself on better, more solid footing. So let's take a look at this again, fire signs. Yeah, you want to be on solid ground. You don't want to be taking that leap off the cliff this week. Rein it in. Rein in your, wanting adventure and kind of play low key. Play your cards low because you're not in a good position right now to get what you want if you're taking these risks. You're not organized enough. You need to plan things out better and map it out. This is not a time to just hope that the universe is going to catch you. And people are starting to feel better about you or vice versa. And so there's some healing and recovery that they are helping you through. And so I think here, right there, this is a positive. You don't want to upset the apple cart here. So ultimately, by week's end, I think all of this is leading to a big change coming. And it's going to be a change for the better. Maybe if you're, realizing now I'm going to lay low key, maybe things will shift in that direction a little bit. Sometimes, not taking risks is the best way to stay solvent in these questionable times. So maybe that's the change. We'll see. Good luck with that. And keep your eyes open for what needs to shift and change in your material world. Not a totally bad reading for you. Not at all, fire signs. Good luck with that. You just got to get it together, You can be scattered sometimes. Hey, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This reading's for you, my water signs. Okay. And Bly, my water girl here. Oh, thank you, Bly. Okay. Well, your focus for the week ahead is Seven of Pentacles reversed. Sometimes you have to know when to grow them and when to fold them, It's basically when to give it up, And so I think with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, this is saying it is a time to get back to work now, You've had time to think things through, whether you're on the right track or not. So you should know by now if you're going to carry on trying to nudge something to give you better results, or if you're going to just say abandon that goal, project, or financial investment or job and move on to something else. You've had time. So this is the time but it's the time to get back to work one way or another to get your material world functioning again. You've taken some time and sat back and thought about it. And as I have to eat my words because the second card is the Hermit upright. And the Hermit upright talks about, well, go back and retreat and think about it some more. So, I kind of think here, since this is the best way to prepare for that focus, it's already saying you've done some deep thinking about this. And so this has served you well. It's time to really decide if you're going to continue down that road. And if you are, you really got to roll up your sleeves and put the work in. Or if you're going to abandon it because you just don't see, that it's going to be worth your bottom line in the long term. You're not going to get as much profit out of it as you had hoped. It's never too late to change course in life. Sometimes we just have to do that course correction. Well, though, what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? Water signs, you've got the Ten of Cups reversed. Well, there's trouble in paradise here. There's trouble with, your colleagues or the people you are working with, business-wise, financial-wise, etc. There's unhappiness. There's disappointment. Are they disappointed in you? Because maybe you're abandoning a project that they wanted you to see through, or are you disappointed in them because they really didn't help you, give you what you needed to make this take off and grow? It's one thing or another. And let's say you're at a job that you're unsatisfied with. Is this a matter of, well, they keep throwing grief at me. It's a bad, toxic office environment. I can't stay. Or are they the ones that just keep constantly haranguing at you? They're either disappointed with your work or they just don't get along with you, and maybe it's time to move on. So ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you this week? Well, you so far have got the short end of the stick this week, water signs, is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. And in this case, you only have one major arcana card instead of three, like the others have been getting. And the Ten of Pentacles reversed is kind of saying it's hard to make long-term plans at this point. And it's also hard to see what the future holds for you at this point. Until you really start either getting back to work on, the goal or project, or you abandon it, and you take a new path. It's just to be determined. So there's a lot of uncertainty here. There's a lot of uncertainty here for you this week. Let's look at that again. The Seven of Pentacles reversed. I always look at this card, as if you need to get back to work, but you had pulled back for a reason. You pulled back because you weren't sure about if it was worthwhile doing what you're doing or moving on to something else. And now it's time to make that move, and it's whatever it is, and it's time to get to work. You've thought about it long and hard. It looks like this has been a real, a quiet period for you leading up to this, and you've stepped back from things, and you were really trying to sort it out. And I think, Hermit says you should know what you want to do here. And it may involve other people. Maybe you just didn't get enough support from others, or others are disappointed in what your output in this project or goal or in your work. So, there's a lot of unhappiness and a lot of disappointment in your dealing with others. And when all is said and done, it just remains very uncertain what's going to happen next. There could be some loss, So you really have to think, you really have to move forward and watch what's happening. Don't lose your focus. Focus on if it's really going to achieve what you want it to or not. And if not, don't waste a lot of time on it because, you've got bigger fish to fry. All right. And it's really hard to plan for your future, in the face of uncertainty. Yeah. Hey, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. This reading's for you for the week ahead. You still have a chance to take that win away from the air signs. They're a hard act to follow, though, I have to say. your focus for the week ahead is the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Oh boy. Come on now, Earth signs, you are better than this. This just shows a lack of motivation. You start the week off kind of in a dull kind of frame of mind, not that motivated. If you're job seeking or even if you're working, you're not that motivated to do what you need to do to succeed. It could be too that maybe you feel overwhelmed. Perhaps some of you people who are starting new jobs might be feeling as if, excuse me, I'm dry again. I think I'm going to need some more water. You may be feeling as if you're overwhelmed, and you need more training. Maybe they've just thrown you out there and put you to work, and you're not sure or confident in what you're doing. So that's kind of where you start this week, Earth signs. How best can you prepare for that focus? Okay, I like this follow-up. It's not perfect, but it's good. It's the Two of Pentacles upright. It's indicating to me that, you know what? You've got this, Earth signs. Don't sweat too much. I mean, you're going to sweat, but find ways to focus on what's the most important things. So if there's a certain skill that you really, really need to know, to get the work done you need to do, focus on that. Ask for more training, do some research on the side. If you can find, hey, on YouTube or whatever, people who have some tips and training, take it. This is also saying trying to juggle and balance things. The best way you can prepare for this focus is to not feel overly burdened or stressed out. And the best way to do that is to decide what you're going to focus on this week and what you can let go. We can't do everything. Don't try to do everything. Don't try to multitask. What about people this week? We have a repeat card. And in this position, will there be cooperation or conflict? It's the Ace of Pentacles. That was in the air signs reading, I believe, right there. And it's upright again. And so I think people this week are, this is why, your attitude is very important here. People are very willing to compensate you, They're very willing to hire you. They're very willing, they've given you this chance to start. But, like with all aces, you have to put in the effort, to keep this going. So it looks like they're here supporting you financially, materially, they're here for you. So now, don't let them down, okay? Will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you? Wow. It's the Nine of Wands, reversed. So instead of persevering and trying to get out of the dull state you're in and, being okay, accepting the support and doing something positive with it, you're ready to throw in the towel. You're ready to throw in the towel by week's end. So why does that happen? It's as if you're giving up on something. One thing I would suggest is, and I'm hoping this is the case, is maybe you're giving up on things that have been bogging you down so that you can be better balanced at work. That would be a good thing. But what would be a bad thing is, because you feel non-motivated, you just have no desire to pull your weight this week, you're giving up at the end. And it's not good because, you do have a lot of support here. Tap that support. If there's something you need, look into that. Cheers, signs. I had such high hopes for you once I saw that Ace of Pentacles. So really, you've got to try to pull yourself together, signs. Here's the Eight of Pentacles. And I keep thinking Ace 8. The Eight of Pentacles reversed is just saying there's no motivation, there's no drive. You need to find a way to, get back into your flow, get back into the rhythm of the work. Find that balance, you need to balance. If you've been taking on too much, if you've been trying to do too much, try to eliminate some of the things that aren't as important so that you feel like you have some breathing space. Because others here and other people will back you on that. They're ready to support you financially, materially, and offer probably some physical help and assistance. But, you got to take them up on that. And you know what? This is not a free ride here. Don't expect others to sit here and do the work for you. That is not going to work. And ultimately, either they give up on you or you give up on them. And you just decide you can't do this anymore and you quit. I don't know if you're quitting a job that just doesn't feel right for you or what the case may be, some projects or goals, some financial investments, leaving some people you collaborate with or work with behind. It's going to be something like that. Well, clearly our air signs have won the week this week. Congratulations. Wishing you the best. And going to take a quick sip. I want to remind everybody about all our shows. It's going to be a busy week this week. First off, we have our live show after you see my show, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday, 2 hours. Answer any question. Get there early because we fill up fast and we can only take so many people. Okay, and on Monday is your weird week. I think our weird week last week definitely kind of spoke to what is going on right now in the news. And so check out your weird week as we recap what happened last week and look ahead to the week ahead. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Mondays. On Wednesdays, don't forget Mr. O's Goth Tarot. That is going to be at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can check in with the shadow side of your life. Friday is going to be a double whammy for you. We start off with his emotional exchanges at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can find out about love and relationships in your life. And then sometime that day, I'm not going to say what time yet, we will be having another episode of The Unhappy Hour. The moon...
Where does it hurt?
Where does it hurt? Bly, save us. So we will be there live in the chat, I think, to comfort you as you watch the video together and see where it hurts for all the elemental signs of the zodiac and, of course, what is it? The world, where it hurts in the world. And there's a world of hurt out there. Okay, and finally on Saturday, our happy hour will be at Mr. O. I know I'm running late.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, back to its normal time. We were later this week. Come and join us for a positive message from Spirit. And again, I forgot our other live show, Thursdays, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's another Ask Any Question show. Just get there early. All right, everybody. Woo! I'll talk to you soon. Have a great week ahead and hope you get a windfall of earnings this week, whatever you do. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.